Will Amazon restock limits hurt in Q4 of 2022? The jury is out so far, but I have a positive prognosis. Let me tell you why. My name is Stephen Pope, and I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. So here's my own account, and I've got restock limits here in the green, 12,000 units of 27,000 units possible. Put my cursor over on this little I tooltip, and it tells me what my maximum shipment quantity is, maximum inventory level, as well as the utilization. So what we were looking at today and trying to figure out and gauge is Amazon going to have enough room this year? Here is my speculation and my positive take on this today. I think Amazon is understaffed. However, I believe that their warehouses are not as full this year. There's a variety of reasons for this, almost entirely economic related, not supply chain related this year. In the last couple of years, we saw that Amazon was inundated with the big bump and the surge in sales, and then it's since fallen back. Consumer demand is down right now, which that translates to less stuff being shipped into FBA and less people storing stuff at FBA. Therefore, as the taxi driver of selling on Amazon, self-dubbed myself, I believe, based on who's getting in and out of my taxi and the shipments that I'm monitoring and the accounts that I'm viewing, that we're probably not going to see harsh crackdown on restock limits this year in Q4 of 2022. So that's the good news. However, about 5% of accounts are going to hit their cap this year. And we know this based on the fact that Amazon has said that they're going to allow 4 months of inventory above what you currently sell. So if you sell 1,000 units a month, Amazon's going to let you ship in 4,000 units. Now, for those of you like me who sell in the gift category, who have a gigantic Christmas rush, those numbers could still be problematic. So you're going to have to streamline your shipments in a little bit slower, but have them ready and packaged and sitting at the dock in the warehouse to go at the last second. Now, a lot of people, historically speaking, would send in their Christmas stuff back in July. And that's not possible anymore. It hasn't been possible for some time. However, it's October, first week in October, I'm shooting this video. If you don't have 4 months shipped at Amazon and you know that you're going to have a Christmas bump, now is the time to go and create that shipment. We also have some information coming out of the help files coming out of Amazon, and it tells us some information about how restock limits work. So just like you saw on my account, the utilization quantity, that's the total units in Amazon's fulfillment centers, plus the shipments in working transit and receiving status. The keyword there is working. So if you made a shipment like 6 months ago and it's not closed for some reason, which this would be unusual these days, they start auto-closing your shipments, which actually causes people a lot of problem, right? Because you have a shipment that you made to ship out of China, and then China took forever to ship it, and then it's like not even going, and then you're wondering, like, is Amazon going to accept my closed shipment? For the most part, as long as it's got the FBA label on it, we've seen them check in just fine. However, if you don't have an appointment, you didn't use a the guaranteed third-party partner out of Amazon, and you don't have that scheduled delivery, you will run into problems. Maximum inventory level, that's how much you can ship in total, and the max to have at Amazon. And then finally, the maximum shipment quantity. This is the number of units that you can make in a single shipment and send it on its way. So there you've got the definitions and how restock limits work. Now, restock limits were made in addition in a rush by Amazon. Basically, the IPI system broke down, right? So if we go over to, here's my storage limits, here's my restock limits, and I'll find my screen for IPI score. Here we go. So I've got an IPI score of 497, which puts me in the green, but barely. And we all know how IPI works, right? They have 4 metrics, but mostly it's basically if you have excess stock at Amazon. So if there's excess stock, they penalize you pretty hardcore for that. Here you can see I've got a fabulous birthday gift basket, well overstocked. This thing just never moved for me. We've tried various different things to get it moving. No dice, just absolute crap SKU for me. And if you're curious what that item is, it was kind of another take of one of our original mom boxes here, which did very well when I first launched this SKU here. It did $144,000 in the first 30 days. Last year, $67,000, so it's kind of on the downturn. And this was an additional SKU that we launched. This is kind of why I usually tell people, don't launch a variation, just launch a brand new product. Here is the case example of why that's needed, right? You could launch an item like this, an extra variation, and I'm sitting on 800 units of this, and I've sold 13 of them in the last 30 days. Just absolute worst case scenario. So here's how IPI is done. It's got excess inventory. I know that these metrics are rated in order of importance. So excess inventory is the most important. Sell-through is second, stranded inventory third, and in-stock inventory last. Quite frankly, I don't even know if this has even a 5 or 10% factor on in-stock inventory. A lot of people like close their SKUs and do other crazy weird stuff. Honestly, if you're a seller and you got a bad IPI, it's almost always excess inventory. Just fix that. Just get rid of the stuff, lower the price, get the units out the door. Most important thing you can do. While we're talking about inventory, here's another tip. Go check out your Restock Inventory page, and you're going to see things rated and sorted based on various different things you need to do, like a recommended shipment date, how many units to send in. Various information are available in various different reports, and it's good to review these every so often. Maybe it's not a weekly thing, maybe it's a monthly for certain brands, certain accounts, but you can get various inbound performance summaries and opportunities and things that you should do to rectify some of these problems. For example, this button right there for reduce excess inventory, you click on that, it's going to rank these in order of things that have the most excess. So I'm also overstocked on my Mama Sharks. I've lowered the price. It tells me other things that I could do. Sometimes it says you need to run ads. Well, in my case, ads are banned because I have the word drinking on the product. And I've lost my battle over the last year for having needs a drink on the wine glass. Various wine glasses affected by this. Some of my past sellers, Amazon makes a policy change and boom, my business model goes out the door. I live it. I breathe it. I'm an Amazon seller just like you. I know how it feels. It's super frustrating. So if you haven't seen my video where I share one of my biggest frustrations with Amazon, I call Amazon out for lying. You're going to want to watch this one next. 60 seconds.